Today on Scrapin, we're going to start ripping apart this Craftsmen companion 18 horsepower tractor, and what we're going to actually do with it is, over some time, we're going to turn it into a go-kart. So let's make it so you can see it a little better. So this thing has run since I've moved into this house, many years. I got it for free. It has been a great tractor until this past year. The transmission totally went. I tried to fix it, but it didn't help. But yeah, I tried to fix it, and it didn't help. I did a lot of stuff to the transmission, and really it just clicks and slips, clicks and slips. Something major is wrong with it, and I mean, we might look at it, but I was thinking about just, if I'm going to use this engine, which I haven't decided if I am. If I decide I'm using this engine, which is an 18 horsepower E-twin engine, I doubt I will. I'll probably use a 212 cc Predator engine, because that just will probably fit what we want to do a little better. But I don't know. But basically, we just want to make a cart that can go pretty quick. The steering on this thing, I don't know if we're going to keep it either. We'll see. That's another one of those things I'm just like, eh. But for now, what I want to do is just start tearing it down. This is just a little side project with the Volvo and everything. I mean, this is a really good engine. I know the carburetor needs some work and never really ran totally right. But it did have tons of power and everything. But this is really a good engine, so that's why I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It definitely needs carburetor work. It needs a new starter. I always got it to run on the old starter, but the old starter has been toast for years. So yeah, but basically what I'm looking at is keeping the frame, probably, and I mean using some of the sheet metal and stuff for pieces on it. But more or less, I want to take it down to the frame and then look at it and decide where I want to go from there. I mean, there's a lot we can do with it. So, I mean, worst case would be scrap metal either way. But I don't know. It has potential. And like I said, I'm probably going to save this motor either way because I know it's good. I mean, it didn't really even burn that much oil or anything. Just it needed carb work. That was it. But right now, I have 3 other tractors. I get them for free. I fix them. I'll probably show you some of that stuff when I get another one. Usually it's easy stuff. One of them threw a rod, but it wasn't like destroyed. It was just the rod had fallen off the lifter. So we replaced the rod. That was a $10 fix. I got a brand new tractor out of the deal. So that one I'm probably going to sell at some point. And I have another one that just needs a starter, a couple other little things, and it runs great, really, as is. The carburetor needs a little bit of work, but it runs. So basically that's why I'm like, I was going to fix this thing eventually if I could find the transmission, but I have 3 other tractors. I'm going to sell one, like I said, but I still have 2 other tractors. So I think we will start disassembling. I don't think I'm going to get very far today, but I wanted to show you what I got and what we're going to do with it. So let's do a nice little roundabout of it. So we got our cast iron V-twin bull. But yeah, this, as you can see, the carburetor is a little gross, but it just, I think, needed to be cleaned up, new gaskets, stuff like that. Like I said, it always ran. I could probably get it running now if I had a battery. But I mean, I've fixed this deck a million times. I mean, it's the worst welds on the planet, but I needed it fixed quick, you know, because it it was our tractor for the longest time. The only one we had. Nice muffler with a huge hole in the end. That was fixed by the previous owner. Threw a can on the top. It worked actually alright. It was a little loud. But yeah, so this is it. So yeah, let's start digging into it a little bit. Like I said, I'm not going to get very far today, but I wanted to show you guys. And let's get the deck off, the hood off. The hood is easy. Look at all these little bolts that are just hanging around. Make this the bolt pin for now. All kinds of goodies. The battery pan. The gas tank in this one is in the back, which I always thought was interesting. Let's see how I'm going to grab this. So it's just sitting there. One of these tires has a tube in it. I can't remember which one. It must be the other one. That I'm not likely to use these tires in the end. I don't know what it was. So now we'll move it a little easier too. So, I wonder if I should take the motor off pretty early on too. Probably. Maybe we'll take the whole deck and everything off. Alright, so first things first. Bring it down so you can see what I'm doing. Alright, so the deck has a bunch of pins and stuff in it. Let's grab some. Put some gloves on. But maybe what I'll do is I'll do a tear down of this motor at some point too. That would probably be a really interesting video. I mean, they're not that complicated, but they're not simple either. Hammer, and a nice black. And just reveal it. This one's been sitting outside all summer in a carport, so it's not like it was rained directly on. But things have always been rusty, except for really the frame, I would say. Frame is pretty good. Alright, so that's the front deck. We'll probably have to take this one out there. Just to get it out of the way. Of course, awesome glove. Let's see. get off of this. It can be used, like this is awesome metal. Like the sleeve for any projects. I mean, you know, even this. And if I'm taking it off, I can use it. See this one right here. There's one on the other side. And then one of these comes off. Must be on the other side. Watch the sharp edges. There we go. We will find out. There you go. This one has a cotter pin, which means the whole ramp is rotted away. A lot of times up there I'll cotter pin and place it. I don't have a replacement. I'm sure it's probably not what you're supposed to do, but never had any trouble with it. Minus not having a blade on that side because I took it off. This deck is actually in pretty good shape after I welded it all back up. So this I will probably save because I can make it work for something else probably. So there's the deck. Like I said, pretty good shape overall. I just had to fix some things here and there. I took it off several times, painted the whole thing. So ignore this. This is just, it's for the transmission. This is the brake. Goes back to the transmission, pushes on the little brake pad. We don't care about that. So I'm gonna take off these bolts on both sides. All my screws are out. Screwing about because I had to do a spring on my wife's car. This is the second time I've had a spring fail. feels like 9/16. So what I'm going to do is on this long extension. So we can use this to make it a smaller wire. Come on, buddy. Oh, straight through bolts. So we'll save these. This actually bolts in actually really good shape. It's just a little rust on the outside. Break this one by hand, it looks like. Whew. I'm gonna have to use a real impact. How about this? I'm gonna grab. And I'm super lazy. Real impact gun. I know these aren't impact sockets. Shouldn't really be doing this. Where am I going wrong? It's not. Just not cooperating. Let's see if we can do it with the impact gun. No. Nice. It's like there's no one. How weird is that? I had 2 nuts on it. Other nut. I see. We have to throw a wrench on the other one. Same size. Yep. No way, make it a dust storm. Take that guy right off. Right off too. Alright, so this piece I think is free now. Unless there's a bolt. Yeah, there's one bolt up. One more bolt. I don't take stuff off. I know you probably don't have the best view. Just taking this bracket off right here. I don't know if 9/16 is really the correct size, but that's pretty good. This bracket. Not that I really care too much about any of this stuff. We're building broken. So we'll probably use a lot of these things, but a whole new thing. Like these would be sweet. Like if you had a little drift cart, these would be sweet. Like little pads for foot to sit on. Yeah, might be useful. We'll probably use them for something totally different, but so be it. That one was screwed right into the frame. What size is that? It's much bigger. I'll take this off while we're sitting here. There's really a lot of cool parts on this that we can use for other stuff. That's also 9/16. I don't know if I can get on this. That was easy. The top ones. Oh, they attached to the deck. We can do here too. I think we can come up with something cool with these springs. Getting somewhere. Okay, so let's switch over to this side. So we got all those. It was 1, 2, 3. These go straight into the frame. These ones have nuts on them for the seat. Then we got one here on both sides. I don't know if you can see that. Probably hard to see, but that's that. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 up here. That'll take the whole top off. So, let's see what we can. Easy. The little tiny one. Look, they're tiny. Let's see what we can do. Cable out of the way. Now, I could probably just let this off together, but I'm going to take off these 2 side bolts so that I have them split apart. We're having baby minutes. Now the back can come off. Ta-da! We are getting somewhere. But you can see the frame. It's bigger than what we need, but it is in great shape. I'm hoping that these back pieces on the front actually look. Front is a little different, so I wonder how it connects. Because I'd like to like widen the frame if possible. I know that's probably really hard to do, but what do I want to do next? Here's the bolts that came off the one thing. Let's see. Bolts on the motor. Should I take the gas thing out? Probably wouldn't be such a bad idea. Sweet brackets here that are going to be useful. Heavy duty bolt. Gas tank. I really should grab the impact socket for this. Just too lazy. Really ground on this bolt. Look how much gas is in here. Not much. Not much at all. The gas tank on this thing is just held in by these straps. The funny thing is, it just kind of sits there. Just everything's in the way, so. Let's get this guy out. Let's get it outside. A moment. There. Doesn't look like there's much in here in the way of gas. Let me get a bolt through the line. I'm doing here just to be safe on the bolt line, so it'll stop anything from leaking back. So like I said, this transmission is shot anyway. I'm trying to decide how I might use the enclosure. The rear axle, but it'd be easier just to get a solid rear axle. Let's take a look so far. A look-see. So, this is where we're at so far. Quite a lot of heavy duty metal, because this thing was probably from the early 90s. So, it was built great. Let's see. Just trying to get some of these side bolts off. Really should just take off anything that is here, because it's all going to come off except maybe the steering. The steering, I assume, will come off at some point. That didn't work very well. arm comes off. Let's go over to the other side real quick. This almost had like a little spacer on it. Don't know why. It smells like a little freeze in here. First I need. So this is for the brake. This is for the actual brake on the transmission. When you press down on the pedal, it pushes it backwards against this little pad on the transmission. It's not very big. Alright, so now, basically, you can do whatever you want. You can flip the thing on its side. If you felt like it. There's no gas in it anymore, there's oil, but I don't foresee it leaking too much. Give it a looking at stuff, getting it down, so this one bolt on it. Let's see. Nope. Vacuum it upstairs. This is just pressed on to the shaft that goes across. It's hard for me to tell. Kind of looks like it. We'll get that later. You know, let's cut it off bad. The one nut here that's stuck. It's very well stuck. Wonder where it went. Way over there. I'm sure you probably can see that launching over on a GoPro. Let's see. Looking for easy stuff for today. A brand new drive belt I put on here. Wondering if any of the other tractors use this belt. Probably not with my luck. you're not even supposed to pull it out that way. You take the pin out, and these 2 bars slide. So I just pulled this out. To actually release this from the underside, I know it's going to be hard to understand. There's these 2 bars here. There's a pin here. If you pull out, it releases that whole section. I don't think the GoPro was pointed at this. Again. Basically, there's 2 pins. One on either side. You really only have to undo one. You do that. This little plate falls. Then these are free to spin. These little guys. So hopefully you can see that. But now I'm just taking the belt off. One-handed is like impossible. So there you go. And it's in a little loop right here. Oh, I forgot the gear lever comes over. So, next step. Let's see if we can get some angles soft cushion. I think what I did, the easiest way to do this is go over the gear. Yep, that was it. Alright, so I'm going to put this belt on the belt hanger. I always keep belts. In case something else needs them. There you go. Do a few things, but so I got this thing pretty stripped down. I mean, there isn't really that much left in here. It's a little more complicated, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, getting a look at the frame and everything. I think we can do something cool with this. Not really sure what we're gonna do yet, but I'll figure it out. I still think I'm gonna go with the Predator motor. Just seems like they're easy to upgrade, easy to tune and everything. But yeah, so like, subscribe, visit us on Cars Amino, which apparently just changed to Garage Amino. I don't really get it, but there's a lot of fun projects on there. There's a lot of go-kart stuff and car stuff. More go-karts than cars, but interesting stuff. Yeah, so follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We're at Scrapin4, and yes, like and subscribe to this video, and it really helps us. And yeah, so I'll see you in the next one, which will probably be about taking this guy down a little bit more. So see you then.